Good morning, I'm Nivareti Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Thursday, 18th of September. In this update, revelations: a large chunk of the foreign tourist levy is beefing up the government's books instead of feeding into cash-starved tourism and conservation efforts. Budget documents reveal the government's allocated $55 million a year from the international visitor levy to conservation and $35 million to tourism. The levy's pot is estimated at more than $190 million a year. This means at least $100 million of this is flowing back to the government in a funding switch, swapping levy money for Crown spending. New Zealand's economy has almost certainly been shrinking again. Stats NZ is releasing GDP data for the June quarter at 10:45. GDP rose a bit in the December and March quarters as New Zealand turned a corner after last year's recession. Economists reckon it's dropped again in the June quarter between 0.3 and 0.5%, but we're likely to escape another technical recession with growth expected in the September quarter. Donald Trump's received a lavish ceremonial welcome at Windsor Castle, while thousands of people protest his second state visit to the UK. The US president's been welcomed by King Charles and Queen Camilla, visited the tomb of Queen Elizabeth II and enjoyed a military spectacle. Meanwhile, protesters have turned out to London's Trafalgar Square. There's a push for New Zealand to constrain its gas usage, just as the European Union has. The Energy Efficiency and Conservation Authority says following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the EU managed to drop energy consumption by 6%. MB's been warning that our dwindling gas supply may be falling faster than previously expected. Chief Executive Marcos Pelliner says businesses could save up to 30% on their gas bills by taking action now. Concern complacency is undermining the gender equality movement. A National Council of Women's survey finds 4 out of 5 New Zealanders believe gender equality is a fundamental right. However, it notes nearly half think it's already been achieved and no longer see sexism as a significant issue. President Suzanne Manning says we need to re-engage all Kiwis to have a conversation about equality. Wellington's World of Wearable Art opens its doors for the 20th time today. Running for 3 weeks, more than 60,000 people are expected to see the wearable art on display. It's projected to bring about $30 million into the regional economy. Chief Executive Meg Williams says it takes a team of around 400 to put the show on, but the city's hospitality sector helps make the whole event happen. In sport, the New Zealand women's pole vaulting trio of Olivia McTaggart, Imogen Eris and Eliza McCartney have missed the podium at the World Championships in Tokyo. American Katie Moon won with a 4.90-metre clearance. Injury means loose forward Georgia Miller will miss the Black Ferns Rugby World Cup semi-final against Canada. Kennedy Tukuafu replaces her. All Blacks halfback Cam Roigard says rehabilitating a right foot stress fracture ahead of his NPC return for Counties Monaco on Saturday was tougher than last year's ACL knee recovery. I'm Nivareti Manu, and that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.